All right, we're live with the Lock Up Gym podcast, number 2. I'm your host, John Mollet, the owner of Lock Up Gym, and my co-host, Whitney, is...
the star of the show.
Who, me?
Me, before you introduce me. The star of the show.
The star of the show. Well, we'll jump right into it this week. It is week 2 for us. We're going to try to do these every Thursday night. I'm going to try to get the Spotify live Thursday night, and then it takes about 16 hours to get the video on YouTube. So I started it last Thursday night. I think it finally finished up late Friday. So I will work on that probably tomorrow while I'm here, annoying Whitney while she's working.
Oh, crap.
It is Friday.
But I like that you're here on Fridays because it's also payday.
Oh, yeah, that's the bad part. I'm about to skate out early tomorrow.
I'm feeling sick.
So we got a lot to hit this week. One thing that I was going to bring up, and I just came across this in the news, and the headline is from the Associated Press. Some Virginia Democrats say live-streamed sex acts is a distraction from the election's real stakes. So apparently there is actually this woman out in Virginia. She is in Richmond, Virginia. She is a Democrat running for some office, and she has been live streaming her sex acts on X, which I guess is the old Twitter.
Can we get her on the show? I'm very active on Twitter, X, whatever. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to find her.
If we became a major donor, then I would say she might show up on the show. But this is what the fuck is wrong with people? Live streaming sex, and I've noticed on Twitter.
Is she getting people to support her?
I don't know. It really didn't go into that detail. It was just how the Democratic Party is kind of shunning her, but they didn't tell her to drop out of the race yet. But, yeah, she's getting some publicity out there in Virginia.
Well, listen, as somebody with a spicy website, she is not making good money doing this.
Well, if she's streaming, who knows what she's doing.
Unless she gets paid for Twitter. I don't even like calling it X. I feel like that in itself sounds...
shady.
Yeah.
It does.
We went from Twitter to X. I'm not calling it that.
But I've noticed on my Twitter, and I'm not on there. I'm not very...
Mine's a mess.
I don't get on there and actually... I look at some of the news stuff that people tweet, and of course, when Donald Trump was president, I got on there all the time just because he was tweeting.
Is he still kicked off?
I think he's back on now. I think he's finally back on social media.
He's just not exciting right now.
He's not as vocal as
Jail will do that to you. Poor guy.
I did see a picture of him with the new T-shirt. It says "Never Surrender" with his mugshot on it, and he's getting sued for using the mugshot from that county.
My mugshot was way better.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about your mugshot. I'll have to incorporate it into the YouTube video.
We're gonna make it a T-shirt, and I expect everybody to buy one.
We will be making that a T-shirt. We'll be making that available on the website www.thelockupgym.com. We were talking a little bit earlier about the NFL and some
I
news.
can't talk about the NFL today.
Some news that came down today. Well, you've got some Dallas Cowboy news.
I'll cry.
I have some Chicago Bear news.
Oh, nobody cares about the Bears.
Well, you might care about this one. This is kind of steamy.
I did make some bets when we get into it on the Bears game.
You went for the Bears, right?
Fuck no. No. They're playing the Chiefs.
They got that win. They got that one. Yeah.
Absolutely not. I honestly, though, don't know what I bet. I have no idea what I'm doing.
What are you betting on?
I don't know. DraftKings.
So
I got on DraftKings and I deposited $100 and I just picked a bunch of shit. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, hey, here's $200 for free, and gave me a bunch of $25 bonuses for my first bet. So I've just got $300 on the table out there on DraftKings. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just expecting to wake up on Tuesday to like $1,000+ in my DraftKings account.
You have to get multiple TVs in your garage so you can watch all the games that you're betting on at once.
I did like 56 bets on the Cowboys game, obviously.
So you got it all riding on the Cowboys.
Well, but then I was like, I did one on the Browns game and I lost. I was not happy. And I just did that because that game was on that night. And then I did some on the Chiefs game. And I think I did a couple on the Niners game tonight. but I don't know what I did. Something about McCafferty and a money line, and it was a parlay.
Parfait.
Well,
we'll see how that turns out. Whitney will have to be working some overtime because she just lost $300.
I'm going to start being paid for this podcast. I'm sorry. This is a $100 gig.
We are taking donations, sponsors. You can just mail your checks right on in.
Help me with my problem. I did one bet that's like with one of my free $25 things that if I win $700. I'm like, a free bet for $700? Sure.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Jeremy about it down there, and it's like plus 2,800 was what it was called, and the name of it is safety something three-way. He's like, Whitney, you're never going to win that. Like, a safety has to score a touchdown as the very first play of the game or something, or get sacked, or I don't know, something about a safety and a touchdown. I was like, listen, maybe I'm going to win
If it's a line on a bet, then
you never know.
You never know. You really don't.
That $700 better be in my account come Tuesday.
Yeah.
If I win all that money, I'm quitting my job.
Are you?
$1,000, I'm out of here.
You're going to walk away from all this?
That ugly ass poster, don't even get me. I can't get over that.
Listen, that is.
I have to show my Instagram this poster. I can't.
It's not a poster. It's an actual print.
That is.
It's
no.
money to burn.
I don't like it. Ugh. I feel like a trap queen with that. I don't know. I feel like it just feels dirty. I don't like it.
There isn't nothing about it.
It just feels illegal. It feels wrong. What's your Bears news?
My Bears news is the defensive coordinator that was MIA last week is no longer with the Bears. He quit, but not before Hallis Hall in Chicago got raided by the FBI, and the guy's house got raided by the FBI today.
What did he do?
We don't know. But
I take it back. The Bears are very exciting.
One of the raiding officers with the FBI is none other than Charles Tillman, a Hall of Famer.
No,
yes,
I know who that is.
Yes, in 2018, he became an FBI agent. I was unaware of this.
I didn't know that either.
But he called Hallis Hall beforehand and said, we are coming in to extract, I don't know if it was computer equipment or whatever, into the defensive coordinator's office. But yeah, they issued the warrants.
Well, this doesn't surprise me in Chicago.
Well, no, but for the Chicago Bears, I mean, what's he really going to be doing?
Right. Something big.
Well, yeah, it's got to be something big. It's got to be bad. I mean, and then
I can't wait for this to unfold.
He walked away from,
He's like, I'm out.
He walked away. He resigned, which he probably should have if he's got any kind of guilt.
So do you think he told them what might be going on, or do you think they already know?
I doubt it. I bet you he's already locked up and being questioned. And
well, did you see about there is a former Patriots player that is missing after his mother was found murdered?
No.
And I can't remember his name. I was just reading this too. He's missing. His mother was found dead by a creek, and they've determined it to be a homicide. And he was caught on his neighbor's Ring doorbell camera burning some of her clothing, and now he's missing. You're gonna have to look up who this is. I don't know. I keep wanting to say Sequoia, but I feel like that's a town in my Sims. I don't know. I'm so bad at this. But yeah, I was just reading that today too. He's missing. They don't know where he's at. And I don't know if they're looking like, I don't know if they were thinking he was missing, like something happened to him, and now they think he's a suspect since they caught him burning her clothes. What's up with the Patriots players being gangsters? Aaron Hernandez was a gangster. Now this guy's your own mother?
Yeah.
Are you finding it? Did I make it up? Maybe I made the whole thing up.
No, missing ex-NFL player Sergio Brown.
I was close. Sequoia Sergio.
Yep, seen in second bizarre video after mother found dead.
Wild.
What is going on with these people?
The NFL is popping. I went into the long line of work. I should have gone into the NFL. I could have been a water girl.
You would have probably ended up dead by his mother.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I'm excited. They would have liked me. They'd be like, we can't kill her. She's all right.
Maybe 80% of them would liked you. But there's that 20%.
I am a super snitch, and I make that very known.
Yeah.
So.
And this is his mother.
Yeah.
What could she have possibly done?
Right. This is wild.
Yeah.
The Cowboys news is still the most heartbreaking. Nothing's worse than the Cowboys news.
Okay, so what's the Cowboys news?
We have lost. Okay, well, he's not dead. He's injured.
He didn't run into a
I made
Patriot.
it way worse. He did not go no, Trayvon Diggs tore his ACL in practice yesterday. Or today. His birthday was yesterday. He turned 25, tore his ACL. We were doing good. What is happening?
Well, he's not the only player on the game, though, that's
No, but he's really good.
decent.
We like him.
Well,
We'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
he'll just be sitting out there with Gatorade bottles, helping out the real players of the game.
Who invited you? Literally. That's the most depressing news out of all the football news we just went over. Trayvon Diggs is injured. He's out. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be for the year, but it won't be for.
It is for the year.
It's not a life or a career ending.
I had to make my face to Facebook. I'm so sad.
I don't even know if we got anybody watching up
Matt
there.
came in. Me and Matt cried together over it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, at least you were comforted.
Well, it wasn't very comforting, but
Oh.
no offense, Matt. But
He ain't listening to this.
I don't know. Some of them came in and asked about it, and I was like, "Oh, you listen to that? Don't listen to that." Who knows what I'm gonna say?
Yep, so that's our big NFL news for the week. We got FBI, we got a torn ACL, and we got a dead mom.
What a week!
What a week.
All in football.
Yeah,
and Whitney's trying to learn DraftKings.
And Whitney's learning DraftKings, yeah.
Please donate to my fund, you guys. I don't know what people have been in here trying to explain it to me. All I know is they all keep saying do a parfait, but I'm like, yo, you have to get all of those right. I did a pick six parlay. I'm not gonna get all 6 of those right, but if I do, it's $507.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I try it?
Why not spend their free $25 they give you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've bet a couple times out in Vegas on different football teams.
And then people are messaging me and they're like, oh, did you know there are different gambling platforms? You don't just have to use DraftKings. I'm like, shit, I'm going to have 56 different apps to gamble on.
You're going to need multiple
I'm going to need a pay
iPads.
raise is what I'm getting at.
You're going to need a Gamblers Anonymous hotline.
Support
a
my
counselor.
habit. Start another twitching. I need $100, John, please.
Come on. This is a sure thing.
Can I just get an advance on my paycheck? Whitney, you're a month behind with your advances.
You be hawking your stuff on Marketplace before you know it.
That's a great idea. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. I bet you can
Stash
get
that
50
one.
bucks of one of those belts.
Oh, my wrestling
Yeah,
belt?
your belt.
I don't know if you meant my wrestling or my Gucci.
No, the wrestling belts.
Those were $600. Those were just as much as the Gucci.
Yeah, but on Marketplace, they don't go for 600.
Oh, they do in my wrestling groups.
Not when you got a sure pick.
I bet you if I forge an autograph, it'll be worth it. Did you watch that on Untold?
No.
I think it was Untold or something I watched, or maybe it was just a show that, maybe it was on TikTok actually.
Maybe it was on your Sims game.
I don't even know what I was thinking Sims for today, but it's on my mind. I gotta go home and play. This guy, it was on TikTok. He used to forge signatures on stuff, and he could tell you, he's like, don't do Alex Rodriguez or whatever because he does a lot and it'll be oversaturated. I don't know. He's given all these like rules, but he got caught, did prison time, and now he helps the government identify
Fake signatures.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, your whole plan in life is just do something illegal, get caught early, then you get a job with the government.
That's like with these hackers and stuff, though, too. They hack some big
It's insane.
computer or the government and then end up telling them how they did it.
I just watched that movie Catch Me If You Can for the first time,
Yeah.
which was all based. I'm like, you're telling me this kid literally just got a job with the FBI after all of this fraud.
Yeah.
I did life all wrong.
Well,
Commit the crimes young.
They're still out there hacking it away at Las Vegas. The MGM is still, everything's down. They got to start from scratch, rebuilding
Are
everything.
these different people than the ones that got our hospital?
Yeah.
Like locally?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah. This program apparently was written in Russia and then sold to somebody, but it's a pack of teenagers. It's like 19 to
That's embarrassing.
17 to 19-year-olds.
Yeah.
They found somebody that worked at Caesars profile on LinkedIn, copied all that information, called the help desk with Caesars, and got a back doorway to get in, pretending to be this employee. And when they got in, boom, they were right into the servers. They locked them out. The ransom was $15 million, and Caesars paid it, And they still didn't turn shit back on. Then they went and hit the MGM.
What could they possibly have in that they're like, okay, we'll give you $15 million right now? Like, is it just to be open again?
They shut down every one of the machines, every elevator.
So they did it just so they could reopen immediately.
Well, yeah, but they didn't get reopened.
They didn't.
Because you know how many millions of dollars
Because they
they're
don't
losing?
have, well, I mean, I guess they probably have a lot of, like, classified stuff as far as gambling. Is that how that works?
All the, because I got Caesar's Rewards,
Yeah.
so all my information was in that too. So they would have my address, everything else.
Thank God I can't afford to gamble in Vegas because I don't have any of my info.
Well, now if DraftKings gets hit, you're targeted.
Are they in Vegas?
DraftKings, I think, is everywhere.
I'm sweating.
I think the majority of that stuff is based out of Vegas.
Yeah, gambling.
Well, with MGM now is shut down. Harrah's, which is where I'm going to later on next month, they had a power outage for about 3 or 4 hours, but they thought they got hacked at one time.
What are 19-year-olds going to do with $15 million?
Whatever they want.
That's scary. I couldn't even imagine that kind of money at 19. I could imagine all kinds of things.
They got to be
now,
overseas
but-
somewhere, but I'm sure Interpol or somebody's going to end up picking these people up, these kids up, for hacking this. But
Could you imagine being that smart and that stupid? But mostly smart. They have to be able to trace where they sent the money to, the government. Surely it's not where these kids are,
it'd
but
be an offshore account somewhere, or who knows? It could be in cryptocurrency.
we're trillions of dollars in debt as a country. But we're like, yeah, Caesar's Palace, fuck yeah, here's 15 million. We need that back now.
Yeah.
Our gambling is so bad here. We're so much in debt as a country, but we're going to make sure we send 15 million.
Well, all the Forum shops at Caesars, which is like the big mall attached, all of that
Yeah.
is shut down.
That's wild.
Every one of the
I
gaming
love
shut
them
down.
all.
If you're staying at Caesars, they were taking to get up to your room, you'd have to have a guard go up there with you to unlock your door because the key cards don't work.
Oh my god.
The
So
whole
people
network-
there?
Oh yeah, people still there.
I would have left
Where would you go?
home.
Oh. And now
I would have gone down to Fremont Street where that shit ain't happening.
there's some shady shit on Fremont Street.
I'm going
but
to Fremont.
Yeah, that's the greatest time ever.
Take
down
me
on
to the
Fremont.
Golden Nugget, baby.
Now, October 15th, they are considering all the service workers at Vegas is going to strike. 2 weeks before I go down there.
Vegas is a hot mess.
This is like an omen. I should not go to Vegas
no,
at the
you
end of
should
October.
go to like Florida.
Yeah, you can't gamble in Florida.
Just go to the Vegas airport. You can gamble at the
Oh,
airport.
yeah.
Just hang out at the airport.
I could do
I
that.
loved that. The first time I went to Vegas, I don't know why that never even crossed my mind, but I walk out and there are just machines everywhere. I was like, shit, I don't even need to leave the airport. They've got everything you could need.
And that's a big airport, too. I ran
Yeah.
across that airport several times trying to make a flight.
Poor Vegas.
So we got drama in the NFL, drama with internet in Las Vegas. You got you addicted to DraftKings now.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes come Tuesday. If I'm $1,000 richer on Tuesday, oh yeah.
You just can't take Tuesday off, even though you're $1,000 richer.
Oh, no, we're gonna take off Wild Whitney Wednesday.
Oh, nah, can't do that.
Oh, Jace. We gotta get Jace on here. No, he's too smart. I can't talk to him. I don't know what he's saying.
We'll get him on here sometime. I got
Jace
him.
speaks a foreign language, and it's just English.
Yeah, yeah. He's loving the whole Lincoln Land experience right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. It's a lot better than being around a bunch of high school kids for when he
Yeah.
was in high school. My son is very mature for his age.
He does not seem like a put me in high school with my peers kind of a person.
No.
He seems more like a why am I in here with these idiots?
Yeah, and
Wonder
actually,
where he gets that from.
last week when we did our podcast, I had some audio problems with the video part. The audio was real choppy and real tinny, so I took the audio from the computer and laid it over the video. Well, actually, I had Jace come up here and I'm like, here, do this. And then 5 minutes, he had it laced up
Yeah,
and
I heard
done.
him telling you, well, this was doing this and this, and I'm like, I have a headache. Stop talking. I don't know what you're saying. I try being he's very sarcastic. So I try to do it back, but like I want him to think I'm serious, and I just don't think he gives a shit if I am or not.
Yeah, you don't care.
I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And he's like, well, all right, I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm like, you hurt my feelings. I'll see you later, Whitney. Okay.
Yeah, he don't give a shit.
He does not care.
No. But we'll get this one laced up. Hopefully, I've done some adjustments on that. I know my very first podcast with Franco, mine sounded real echoey, but I had a bad mic cable, so we've taken care of that. The last one sounded pretty clear. I've got a lot of good feedback on the last podcast, so we'll continue to do it until nobody's listening, I guess, or till Whitney quits on me.
I came close today.
Okay, final podcast.
No. And then we had all of our WWE drama today.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of releases now that the UFC is taking over the WWE. And so SmackDown is leaving Fox and coming to USA Network. But they're also saying that Raw is going to be leaving USA Network and that Amazon and Disney have picked up interest in it and that it may not be on Mondays anymore.
What are they doing to this
I don't
company?
know. I'm like, the releases didn't bother me, and I feel so bad saying this because these are people in their jobs, but I only knew two people. I only knew Dana Brooke and, well, I guess I knew Shelton Benjamin too. Dolph Ziggler, Dana Brooke, they all got released.
I've seen a lot of them jumping into AEW.
Yeah.
A lot of them's going that
Yeah,
route.
but everyone in AEW is getting hurt. John Moxley, which was Dean Ambrose, and then he got hurt, and then Adam Cole got hurt at the last show. They both got hurt. And then it's just kind of a shit show over there. They just let them do whatever they want, which is great, but everybody's getting hurt. CM Punk got fired.
Yeah.
I don't want him back.
He's a little... the one I don't like, the new guy, the LA Knight.
I love LA Knight.
I can't. I'm not on board with that.
I don't necessarily get it. Like, I don't get why it's funny, but hearing everyone feed into it is fun. He's the one that I kissed on the cheek at the live show. I went when I was dating Deli, and we went to I randomly bought 2 front row tickets that were still available the day of the show, and we went, and he like crouched over in front of us, and I didn't even know who he was, what was going on, and I was half lit, and he was like leaning over the barrier, and he's like gasping for air, you know, and I was like, it's okay, you can do it, I believe in you, and he's like, lay one on me, that'll make me feel better, so I did, and then Deli's up there like, I just feel so insecure right now, and I'm so embarrassed, and I was like, oh, shut up, if she would have asked you, you do it. You're a wrestling show. You're part of it now. Get in there, you know. God, man up. But so that's when I started taking more of an interest in him. Is after that happened, and I'm like, I don't really get it, but you don't like it?
His personality don't seem to fit him. It's like he's putting on a show. It's like a fake act almost.
You didn't hear him take a dig at Kevin Nash?
No.
Do you remember back in the day? Oh my gosh, I can't remember verbatim what he said, but Kevin Nash said something back when he was in WCW. You'll have to look it up, and he said it incorrectly. And then LA Knight was in the ring cutting a promo, and he's like, I'm not a moron, and then repeated what Nash said because Nash had kind of slammed him in a podcast or in an interview or something. Oh my God, I love it.
I don't follow Kevin Nash anymore. Once that whole COVID thing hit, he became real political on all his platforms, and he was just bashing people for not getting the jab and bashing Republicans and this and that. And I'm just like, you know what? You're an entertainer.
Yeah.
Just stick to entertaining.
Right.
You know, instead of... Don't use your Hollywood, you know, even for actors or whatever. Don't try to push that shit down my throat.
Right.
I don't care what the hell your position is on stuff. Just sit there to entertain, and that's it.
Oh, yeah, it was so funny. I loved it. I didn't realize that what was going on at the time of watching it until someone else pointed it out. Because there's so much that's happened in the past on wrestling. Like, how do these wrestlers even remember that? Like, how did he hear him Kevin Nash take a dig at him and be like, I'm going to embarrass him on TV, like, subtly. Like, how did he even think...
And to wait years later to do it?
Did he go back and rewatch, like, when's the time Kevin Nash made an ass out of himself on TV because he said something about calling something a verb?
I don't know.
Oh, my God, I'll have to find it and show it to you, but he's like, it's not a verb, it's an adjective or something like that.
Oh, Jesus.
So it was like a grammar thing on top of that, but it was good.
Well, LA Knight kind of seems like he's a cross of Steve Austin and it's like something's already been played out, and it don't really seem to
he's like
him.
in his 40s, and I didn't realize he was that old.
40's not old.
Well, but I mean for wrestling.
Well, Diamond Dallas Page started at what?
40?
Yeah.
I know, that's what everyone, because I get asked all the time about doing things, like, involved in wrestling. I'm like, I've literally never broken a bone in my body. I've never been injured. I, like, don't have I didn't have an interest in it until I watched Wrestlers on Netflix. Have you watched this?
I've not got to see that yet. I've seen the promo a couple times. I just haven't had a chance to sit down.
Some of it is so trashy, and it just lights this fire under my ass to be like, I could do that, and I'm not nearly that trashy. I'm a little bit trashy, but not like getting high in my car before I go into work trashy, you know?
Well, there was that movie that came out several years back. It was Mickey Rourke was the wrestler, and that was kind of
Yes.
based off of. I don't remember who the wrestler was. It was based off of, but living in the car, or living in a van, or whatever,
Yeah.
and just
I've
going
seen
from
the
show
wrestler.
to show and show. I seen an interview with the. He was formerly known the One Man Gang. You know him, Akeem.
One man gang.
Yeah.
I'd have to see him. I'm so bad with names.
He was a big fella. I mean, he was like probably 500 pounds, and head tattoo and all this. And then he came back as like Akeem, the African Dream. He's a white guy, but he was trying to make fun of the American Dream, Dusty
Yeah.
Rhodes. So Akeem said that, or One Man Gang, whatever, said that the last several years with Vince, he was losing money every week, driving and staying at Motel 8s for $20 a night.
Right.
When he'd go up on stage, he'd only make $300
Yeah.
in the ring.
Yeah.
And he kept telling him, Vince, I can't do this. I'm losing money every week doing this. And it's like, oh, you're going to turn it around. We're going to make you a main card, blah, blah, blah. And it never happened. And finally, after a couple of years, he just quit.
Dude.
It'd be a rough life.
I couldn't do it, but after watching that and just some of the things these people say and do, and I'm just like, that's embarrassing. But hopefully they get somewhere, I guess. Hopefully OVW keeps going for Al Snow. I love him. He's super nice.
He is in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, he is. He's
I-
super nice. His wife is really, really nice. Like, they're great people.
I seen him on an interview just the other day on my phone. I don't remember what the platform was, but he's more jacked
Yeah.
now than he ever
Than ever
was.
before. Yeah. He looks better now than he did back. Yeah.
He was kind of a nut back in the day, but now I mean he's at a wrestling school or something, doesn't he? Besides,
I have no idea.
I thought I heard that he did, or maybe he helps out with the wrestling school because he's part of. Is he part of AEW?
No, just OVW.
Oh, okay.
Then he works with Collar and Elbow, because that's what I used to do a lot with Collar and Elbow. Like selling the shirts and I had promo code and all that, which I still do. I just don't really promote it as much anymore. But he had a lot to do with that. And that's how, when I went to WrestleMania in New Orleans, I got to be like a Collar and Elbow girl. So I got to go to the Kevin Nash party and kind of like host it. And that's how I kind of got like involved with all that.
Well, it just snowballed from there.
It just became a disastrous mess, but 2018 Whitney was my best life. 2018 was the year of my life. I need to bring that girl back. I'm out of here. I had a full-time okay, no offense, this is an actual job, but like a career job, like in finance, like was on red-eye flights, flying into St. Louis, driving straight to work at 7 o'clock in the morning. If I can make that work, I can make this work.
Yeah.
Except I don't have vacation days. I gotta figure that part out.
You have plenty of vacation. Well, not really
I don't get paid
vacation
for
day.
them. I just take them off.
Yeah, you're just like, I don't care.
That's why I don't know how I made it. I don't know how I never lost my job in 2018. Because I was taking red eyes and going straight to work, or I would go to a show, and then when the show was over, if I drove there, I'd be like, screw it, I can drive home in the middle of the night. It's fine. I'll make it home in time. That way, I had the day off at work, but if I made it to work, I got to cancel that day off, and I could use it on a different trip. Speaking of,
No.
January, Royal Rumble's in Tampa. I'm out of here. Or we can make it a team building. And we can go to the Royal Rumble as a team building exercise.
Tampa's where I went to WrestleMania last. I was down in Tampa.
Yeah,
That was a pretty good time.
I haven't been to Tampa.
It was
Well,
nice.
I'm going for the Royal Rumble 2024.
It'd be cold as shit too. It was
In-
cold
really?
down there, and yeah, it was cold down there in October when I
In
was
Tampa?
or September when I was there for WrestleMania.
Damn, don't tell me that now. I don't want to go.
Well, I guess it was decent during the day because we were with Brooke and Nick Hogan at the pool party that Nick was DJing, and then that night we went, and it was like started raining and stuff, and it really cooled off. It was probably down in the 50s that night, but
Great. I don't want to go. It's going to be cold.
well, you're talking January, so it should be
Colder.
even colder then.
Count me out. What else we do? I had Shamrock this weekend.
Yes, how'd that go?
Fabulous. It was probably the best show they've ever put on. It was wild. It was exciting. I loved it. The main event was amazing.
Was that bannerweight or
That was the full featherweight.
featherweight?
That was the 145. Dustin Lampros versus Scott Etling. That was the one I was told I couldn't be in the picture.
Yeah.
Guess who was in the picture?
Stirring drama at the Shamrock fights.
Not me. I was doing my job like I was told.
Well, yeah.
But it's really hard whenever you get to like personally know these people, because I know both Scott and Dustin and a lot of the fighters on the card. I've been there 6 years now. I knew so many of them, and then seeing them fight, like, it's so nerve-wracking. But then seeing them fight each other is like sad. Like, why can't it just be a draw? Because the whole audience would have freaked the F out if it would, like. Well, it wasn't. He got knocked out. There was no way that was a draw.
Yeah, they want to see blood. Was that the first round?
Yeah.
First round knockout.
For a title.
Oof, that's rough.
I'm glad it ended the way it did, though, because the drama would have been going on after that, so.
Yeah.
10 points for Whitney.
Yeah, at least it didn't go into a decision.
Yeah.
Too, and all that, but.
First round's rough for a title fight, but props to Dustin, because hopefully this will get him to the UFC. He's undefeated. I think he's 9-0 at Shamrock now. Never saw that happening. No offense to him. He's a great fighter and all, but I did not see a knockout happening whatsoever in that fight, and it was beautiful.
How does, what is the record with Shamrock before you even get looked at by UFC? Do you know? Has anybody made that transition from
Not
Shamrock?
straight to UFC that I know of. Not since I've been there that I know of. I don't know about before. It's typically from a Shamrock to Bellator.
Oh.
And then
Bellator's a pretty big card,
yeah, it's a huge promotion. I think the owner of Shamrock knows the owner of Bellator, or did. I think Bellator's being sold, or it was sold. Scott Coker? Was that his name? The owner?
I don't know.
But, yeah, typically, once they get to kind of title fight status as a pro, they can get an opportunity to go to Bellator. Now, Dustin was on The Ultimate Fighter. He was undefeated as a pro and got an opportunity at The Ultimate Fighter. I don't know if he just applied for that and was accepted based on his record and everything, or how that worked out. But he did that, and then now is just looking for a contract. But there are 2 bantamweights that are in the UFC now, Evan Elder and Garrett Armfield, since I've been at Shamrock, that are now in the UFC. So,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, there's always, and then there's probably more than just Shamrock out there at that
Yeah.
level that's all competing to get to make it bigger. I don't know if that'd be a career that I would look forward to, though, just
No.
going there to fight.
No.
For those that don't know,
When the pay is pennies, I mean, they really don't get paid that well, regardless of promotion.
until you're really pulling,
Right.
Like
you got to be damn near Conor McGregor status to get paid.
yeah.
To get beat up. Like.
Well, and for anybody that stumbles across this podcast, we're in Central Illinois, and we're like 20 miles away from Matt Hughes.
Yes.
He's big time around here with the UFC.
And he still has does he still have his gym? He corners Scott Etling when Scott fights, because Scott originally is from the Hillsborough area, and he trained under Matt while Matt was in the UFC.
Yeah.
And now Matt still walks him, even though he doesn't live there anymore, but he still walks with him. I don't know if they train together still or not. But
I think he still does have it, but he don't train very many people at all in that gym.
So he was at Shamrock Saturday. So a lot of
Oh, was
people,
he?
Yeah, yep. He always comes in and corners Scott when he fights.
Well, hopefully it looks better than when I seen him last, because he was still hurting from that train
It's
wreck.
sad.
Yeah.
Super nice guy though. Just very sad.
Yeah. Well, I knew him and his brother both. And back in the day before the UFC, they were crazy in the
Yeah.
bar. I mean, crazy. Somebody would mouth off to one of them, and they had hands like freaking catcher's
Is his
mitts.
brother like a badass too?
Oh, yeah.
I saw his brother not too long ago. I swear to God, and maybe it wasn't him, but like they're so identifiable. I swear his twin brother was at Bill's Toasty 3-4 months ago, maybe
Oh,
eating.
yeah.
I will never get over the fact when he was big in the UFC, Matt, he sold his black Hummer at Bob Ridings. They sold that for $109,000 because it had a big old UFC sticker in the back. My dad worked there. I was like, are you like, because of a UFC in a Hummer?
Well, that was given to Hughes, too.
No, so he probably made a pretty penny
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
off of that. And then, yeah, they sold it for, I want to say my dad said it was like $109,000 a Hummer.
But a Hummer, an H1 Hummer, still is high
Yeah,
dollar.
but I don't- just-
Especially when,
With a UFC sticker.
yeah, I mean,
So you can run around like, Matt Hughes drove this. Like, you know?
but you would get some
I'd
looks.
buy one of Shawn Michaels' cars just to say that, though, so.
You'd get some looks pulling into Springfield, though, in a UFC Hummer going down.
Well, no,
6th
my
Street.
problem is if I buy a big old Hummer with UFC stickers on the back, I'm going to get my ass beat because people are going to think that I know how to fight and I'm a wimp. Like, I problems.
But you're training now, so you're.
I'm not training to get in a fight. I just want to get muscles.
So
You guys, I'm on this fitness journey, and it's rough. I'm out of breath already. I've been doing it for 3 weeks now. I'm tired. I'm trying to count calories now. That's impossible. You and Val, everyone's like, protein up.
Protein up. That's the key.
Here's my problem. Okay. People are going to get mad about this. I piss people off. First of all, I don't eat steak. And I don't eat steak because I like my steak well done. And for some reason, that pisses everybody off. I'm not eating a half-cooked fucking steak. You guys are weird. That's weird. I want mine damn near crispy. Okay? Second of all, I think it's weird as shit to just eat a slab of meat.
Why?
I think that is so bizarre. I was telling Terry and Val, and they're like, what do you eat? I eat the sides. I eat the corn on the cob. I eat the potatoes. I eat the green. They're like, oh, all the nasty shit. Who just cooks a hunk of meat? And it's like, that's my dinner. I think that's so weird. Like a sandwich, if you throw it on some bread and some mayonnaise, sure. Like a chicken sandwich, that makes sense to me. But you're just going to cook a piece of chicken. And then I just think that's so bizarre. I think it's so weird to just eat a chunk of meat.
When I was in the gym all the time, it was always just chicken and rice. It was simple.
Oh, don't even get me started on rice.
It was easy, but it tastes just horrible. I never seasoned anything. I've actually been out of the gym now for a while, and that was one of the things I was going to touch on too. And we'll get right back to your meal. I came down about a year and a half ago with neuropathy, very severe in my thighs, where it was just pins and needles, numbness all the time. You could stab me in the leg with a knife. I wouldn't even know it. I mean, it was just that dead. Went to the doctor several times. They just kept throwing pain pills at it. There's nothing you can do. You're going to have to live with it. There's nothing, no surgery, no nothing. So I did a little bit of research, and I came up with one doctor that was on, and it was a little bitty blurb that he had posted, and he said B12. I got online, bought the B12 injections, and I will tell you what, that is a godsend right there. It almost eliminated every bit of that neuropathy. So for those of you suffering from neuropathy, I've heard anything from its early stages of MS to diabetes to this and that. But when you have neuropathy like that, the nerve actually peels like a banana, and it's just a raw nerve.
That makes me hurt.
Trust me.
It does.
I could walk for about 3 minutes.
I'm so insightful. That sounds painful.
I'd have to walk for about 3 minutes, and that was it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do any of the exercising down here, even lifting, sitting down. It just hurt. Even going to sleep. You have the people with the restless leg syndrome, stuff like that. Well, my legs would just ache. But anybody out there suffering from neuropathy, and if you've been to the doctor and the doctor just throws pain pills at you, get online, check the liquid injectable B12. I swear by it. I'll never get off that again. I'll be on it the rest of my life, and I feel a lot better by doing that. With that said, now I'm getting to the point where I'm ready to get back into the gym, start hitting it heavy again, get back into shape, because I've let it go for a while, for too long. So my diet plan is going to come back into play, which is going to be a whole lot of protein, a little bit of carbs starting out, just to lose the weight. So chicken breast and stuff like that, but
I can't chunks it. That's just so bizarre to me. I'm going to eat a chunk of meat. I just think it's weird. It is weird.
It's weird to just eat a corn on the cob. And
oh my God, the other night for dinner, that's what I had. I had like little mini corn on the cob. I put it in the air fryer and season it. I had 4 pieces of mini, so it's essentially two pieces of corn on the cob, and that was my dinner.
How?
You cook it, you eat it.
You got no nutritional value with the corn on the cob.
Corn's not nutritional?
No.
I thought corn was good for you.
It's just a filler.
I love corn.
Yeah.
Corn, mashed potatoes. I was like, anything bread related, I'll eat that. Here's my problem. So when my dad got in his car accident in 2015, I lived with him in the hospital. I was 190 pounds. I got fat as hell, which really is not that fat for my height. And that's what everyone tried to tell me, but it's bigger than I've ever been, and I was uncomfortable with it. So I just quit eating fast food and quit drinking soda. And then I got down to 125 pounds, which I thought I looked really great, but looking back now, I looked like a skeleton. I looked sick. So I don't really necessarily even want to be super skinny. I want to tone up and have muscle, but the fact that I was able to lose so much weight by just cutting out a couple of things and only eating at home just makes me think that that's fine. And that's what I was telling Val about that. She's like, Whitney, this is different. You're wanting to build muscle. If you're wanting to build muscle, you need to change the way, your intake, things that are going to feed the muscle, and you need to quit eating all this fat. And I was like, huh. God, could you put it a little more plainly for me? Jesus. Like, I was like, oh, so, because I had, like, I'm ordering meals from HelloFresh, and I'm just picking things that look decent because I don't just like eating meat. I think it's so freaking weird. So I'm just picking things that I think I would be fine eating, and she's like, this is, like, what I had today was, it was a kale and chicken spaghetti. So it was just kale, chicken, and spaghetti noodles. 804 calories. She's like, this is insane. Like that, but she said that's normal. I'm like, I was like, okay, well, I only had half of it, and it tells me I only need 5 more grams of protein today to hit my protein goal. And she's like, then you've only had half of the protein. Like, if you didn't eat all of this fat, you also didn't eat all of that protein. So they told me to stay away from things with that are high calorie and high carb. So now I'm going back through my foods and going to fit and healthy, and nothing looks as good. The fit healthy stuff does not look as appetizing as the noodles.
It's all slabs of meat.
It is. It's chunks of meat on lettuce.
Yep.
Like, oh, have this wrap. That is not a wrap, sir. That is chicken chunks on a piece of lettuce with a little bit of sauce. And I guess the sauce is bad too. The sauce is the best part. That's another thing people don't like when you eat steak. If it's a good steak, you don't need sauce. I need sauce for everything. I put sauce on everything. Some kind of sauce is going on everything I eat. So people get all offended when they cook you a steak. First of all, they have to cook it well done. Then they're already mad. And then you throw on a bunch of A1 sauce and they're ready to, like, throw you in the river with bricks tied to your ankles, you know? Like, I think it's weird.
When I cook a steak and I season it, I don't need the sauce.
Do you know what I could eat every day? Cereal.
That's what my mom eats every day.
Shout out to Betty. I could literally eat cereal every day.
Yeah,
I love cereal.
every time I call her, if it's around
Is cereal
supper time,
really bad for you?
well, there's really nothing to it. You might get a little bit of A and B vitamins, and
milk. Milk's good for you.
And milk, but
Cereal it is.
Yeah.
Val's gonna be real pissed if she comes in and I'm just down there
Yeah.
eating Captain Crunch. Like, what are you doing? John said cereal was fine.
yeah, we put some chunks of meat in it.
I put a little bit of chicken in there. Another thing that bothers me is when people put chicken on salads and eat chicken cold. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Well, not exactly.
The only thing is chicken salad, like with the mayonnaise and stuff, is good. But when you put pieces of cold chicken inside of an actual salad, like chicken salad itself, that's fine. Cold, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a mixture. But like chicken chunks on top of lettuce and cheese and tomato, that's disgusting.
Well, the salad I had the other day that had chicken on it was cold.
Disgusting. When I order salads, like if it's a chicken like
You
salad
gonna
that comes
heat it up in the microwave?
No, I tell them no chicken. And then at Wendy's, when you go through Wendy's and get a salad, and it always comes with chicken, okay, I'm always like, no chicken. It comes with it. They literally throw a chunk of chicken on it that they half-ass cut. Every time I've had chicken on it, you could see where they like took the little cutter to it, but it's never fully like chopped up and stuff. I'm like, just don't throw the slab of chicken on top. Like, what do you, that's like, I went to the new restaurant, and I love strawberry crepes. I should probably quit eating those. And she looks at me, she goes, oh, it's strawberry banana. Is that okay? I'm like, that's fine. Thinking like strawberry and banana, like a sauce put on it. No, it was literal, like cut up strawberries and bananas. You couldn't just not put fucking cut up bananas on it? Like, it made no sense. Like, I got it and I started laughing. And it was with Tyler, and he's like, what? Like, what's so funny? I'm like, well, she told me strawberries and bananas, so I thought like strawberry and banana, like some kind of combined sauce, but it's the literal bananas. You couldn't just not put bananas on it. Like, people
just flinged them off the plate.
Which it was fine, I like bananas, but I just thought that was so stupid. She's like, oh, it's strawberry and banana, is that okay? And then like you could have easily not put bananas on it. I don't know, I just thought it was so stupid. And I just started laughing out loud, and they're like, what's so funny? I'm like, nothing. I'm just an idiot, I guess. I don't know.
Some people don't see the logic in what they actually say.
Did they just want to charge? Like, you can still charge me for the bananas if that was the issue. Is it extra for the, like, I don't care.
It's what's on the menu, and that's what they're going to go by.
I died laughing when I saw that. I died. I was just like, oh. Like, when no chicken, oh, it comes with it. Well, don't put it on there. Like, what do you mean? I understand it comes with it, and I don't want it.
And they're looking at you like you're the idiot. They're
yeah,
saying,
like, this moron doesn't want the chicken, and it comes with it. Like,
what are we going to do with all this chicken
yeah,
that nobody wants?
What am I going to do with this one little chunk of chicken that we just cut a little bit and throw on the top of it? I don't know. Don't do that. Like...
Well, we need to get your protein up higher.
I drank a chocolate protein shake today. I didn't pay for it. I will tomorrow.
At least that one is 40 grams, right? You got the lean body.
Yeah.
So
I think
there's
those are
40
delicious,
grams.
honestly. Those are really good. I'm surprised.
Those are good.
Honest, I really liked the Alani new ones as well, like the flavors and stuff. But they are more like watered down. But I feel like a lot of people prefer that because the like
If you don't want something that
like consistency
heavy,
or whatever
that
of it. Like I like it. It's
Yeah.
almost like a milkshake. Not really, but it's just thicker. A lot of people come in here like, ew, no, it's gonna taste all thick and gross. I'm like, no, it's delicious. It tastes like chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can't deal with
Protein
people.
has came a long way from what it used to because it used to be all chalky tasting.
I have like the powder at home, but like I can't justify putting that in water.
No,
I don't think that would be good. Well, let's be real, I don't keep milk in my house because it usually goes bad.
we get almond milk.
I love almond milk.
Yeah,
I
put
do
it in
love
almond milk.
But I feel like it needs to be in something like thicker. Like the Alani really just tastes like protein mixed with water.
Yeah.
Which the flavor is good, but it's just watery.
In a pinch, I'll use water, but more times than not, I'll just use the almond milk in it. And the almond milk lasts like a month.
Yeah.
You know,
I need to
one
start
carton.
doing, I still want a smoothie bar. I need to start doing my smoothies again because I spent all this money on a freaking Ninja blender. I was like, ugh, no, I don't even do it anymore. I don't want to grocery shop. That's why I'm doing HelloFresh. I wonder if I can get smoothie stuff from HelloFresh.
Oh, I doubt that.
Because it's just like, I was doing that consistently for a while with my strawberries and all whatever, I don't know, whatever the freaking hell you put it in a smoothie and then dump it in my protein. And that was fine, but I don't have time in the morning for all that. I roll out of bed at 7:30. I gotta have the kids at school at 8. Not my kids. Not mine.
Random kids
Yeah.
down the street.
These people just drop their kids off at my house and I'm in charge of them. No, my nephews. I take my nephews. They gotta be at school at 8. Then I come here so I can tan before I start working.
Why don't you just sneak in the middle of the night like everybody else does to tan?
I locked the doors. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about it tonight. I hope you're here all night tonight, and I hope that you find people trying to break in.
Yeah, that's the last time we did the podcast. I came back after I went out to get something to eat and came back at 9 o'clock to go ahead and edit it, get it on Spotify, and I hear music playing, and I'm like, there shouldn't be anybody up here on the second or third floor of the gym. I walk out, and I had 2 people in there tanning. They shouldn't have been in there tanning. So, yeah, that was a nice surprise when they walked out of those rooms, and I was sitting there staring at them. So what the hell they're doing up here?
I would have loved to have been here for that.
No.
I'm just glad they blamed Jace and not me.
Well, they just said the guy that works downstairs. And I'm like, there is no guy that works downstairs.
Well, and they've been...
And I thought maybe you had your disguise on.
I forgot to wear that today.
They mistaken.
Yeah, I'm very manly. My mustache and my furry brows. But the one had been a member for so long, like... Well, not so long, but long enough. Like, how do you even remember that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I remember Betty signed me up.
But they're not under the old...
No.
Yeah, so they
They don't even have the tanning.
Yeah, they don't have the tanning on
Yeah.
there.
But busted. I hope you
Yeah.
hear this. Busted. Thanks a lot. Now I have to do extra work at the end of the night to lock the damn tanning room doors. So thank you for that. Ruin it for all of us.
What I do like, though, is these new cameras. I can set the alarms up
No,
for certain
I do not
times.
like when you do that. That scared the shit out of me when you set that alarm off that day down there.
But I won't do it to you.
First of all, he had the camera hidden like a creeper.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did hide the camera. I didn't do it as a creeper. I did it as a prank.
To scare me.
Yeah.
And it did. I'm like, you creepy. You got this camera under
Behind the
What's he
counter.
doing, you weirdo.
And then when I seen her walk around the counter, I hit the alarm on it, so it started.
And it's loud.
Yeah.
I need to start doing it to people while they're working out, but I forget I have access to it. Like next time Kirk's up there, I hope he doesn't listen to this. Next time he's up there, I'm gonna have to set the alarm off, and then when he says something, he'll Snapchat me and be like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "What did you do?"
Yeah.
You said, "Did you try to break into the thermostat?" Like, what?
You weren't lifting enough. Get off your phone.
You're doing this wrong.
When you could talk through it too.
Oh man,
So you could just
Somebody-
hit the microphone, put your phone down.
Daryl. You need to put one closer to the stand-up so when Randy's in there tanning, I'm like, Randy, Randall.
We'll just put a camera outside of the tanning room.
Well, let's not get too creepy. I don't want a lawsuit or nothing.
Well, it'd be on the
Well,
outside.
I know, but
You'll know that he walked in there. Then you could just from outside the door,
Randy. Oh man.
like you're yelling at him through the door.
I need to start doing a compilation of me scaring Smothers every time he comes in. I keep forgetting to do it when I see him coming up. I want to start propping my phone up somewhere and just getting up to the door, and I'm going to do a whole compilation of it. And I'm going to put him on TikTok, and he's going to make me money on TikTok.
Yeah, there's a lot of shenanigans that goes on around this gym.
Too many. It's not my fault.
You are in the heart of it.
I mind my own business up there. They bring the problems to themselves when they come into Zone Nutrition bugging me.
Well,
If they don't want to be bothered, they can use that goddamn key fob they paid for.
yeah. Well, but when they're down in the gym and then
Okay,
you
well,
get
that's me. Like, so the Cowboys play on Sunday, and now every Monday I show up in full Cowboys gear. It's like the first week we won 40-0, and I'm down there. 40-0, bitches! You can't say a word to me. Hey, 40-0. How'd your team do? What? Not 40-0. And then it's week 2, 30-10, assholes. You guys got something to say? It was 30-10. Just so we know, Cowboys, woo! Just gotta go stir the pot. Just go stir it up.
well,
Now when we lose for the first time, I'm going to be sick on that day. That Monday, I'm not going to be able to make it because they're not allowed to do it back to me.
that day I will upload all video from everybody giving you a hard time.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
I'm going to kick them out. They say one thing, I'm like, listen, you're out.
You're
You're done
done
for the day.
you're done.
Say another word, you're going on my banned list. Get out of here. I'm not doing it. Call John if you got a problem. I don't care. Call him. He's been warned. I'm kicking everybody out. I'm going to go I know we're a gym, but I'm going to go have Dallas Cowboys cupcakes made. And I'm going to distribute them to people who come through Zone just to see who plays my games. And then I'm going to go down there when they're eating their, Matt Williams, love you to death, buddy. He's going to eat a cupcake.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, hey, fat ass, work off that
I know a
cupcake.
few others that'll be eating
Oh,
cupcakes.
I'll eat cupcakes.
Yeah.
Kirk will have a cupcake. Matt will have a cupcake. Smothers would have a cupcake. I think I could probably get Terry to have a cupcake.
Well, I don't know.
Val
about
is not having a
that.
cupcake.
No, and she will eyeball Terry every time he's eating the cupcake.
I could probably get Daryl to have a cupcake. Charles will have a cupcake.
Yeah.
I've got a list of my regulars. I could sweet talk all of them into it.
You're buying a lot of cupcakes.
Well, I'll just do 24.
Oh.
Maybe 12. I
Take
don't
your
I don't
top
like these guys
24.
this much. 12. I don't even have a top 5, honestly, so maybe just 6. I'll eat a cupcake. It's not a part of my new diet, but it's fine.
You'll fit it in.
It'll be fine.
Well, you're burning like 500 calories anyway a day on that treadmill downstairs.
Well, yeah, because Katie's got me all riled up. I'm annoyed. Katie, you asshole. I was on that treadmill literally all day today. She's got us in competition on our watches. And I'm not going to lose. Girl, I ain't going to lose. This is going to end a friendship because I'm competitive and I'm not going to lose. She's not going to beat me. You're not going to beat me, ma'am. We have it set. If anyone knows how the Apple Watch works, someone explain it to me because it's got us set on our move goal of 400. But I don't even know like what that necessarily like means. Oh wait, move during the day to burn active calories and meet your goal. So it automatically sets the goal at 400. So she has hers set at 500 and mine's at 400, but we're both burning in the 500 to 550 range. And then the exercise auto defaults to 30 minutes. I don't know how you decide what it's supposed to be, but we're both getting, so she got like 53 minutes today or 63. I had like 120 because I was on that treadmill so much. And then the stand goal, she has hers at standing for at least 1 minute every hour of the day. She has hers set for 6 hours and mine's set for 12 hours. But somehow so I burned today 714 calories. I did 127 minutes of exercise and I've stood up 12 times out of 12. I've taken 14,839 steps for a distance of 7.66 miles. But for some reason, like I'm at like 150 something percent and she's at like 100, like we're almost damn near tied and I don't understand how. I feel like I've done twice as much as far as the numbers.
But your goals are different. They're set up different.
But well, yeah, she has less steps and 100 more movement, but I've moved more. I've done way more exercise and taken more steps. Well, I guess I didn't take more steps because she's technically done 12, but only has her set at 6. I don't know if you get like a bonus or something for her double it. I don't know. I don't understand how it goes. I don't understand how we're damn near tied. I think I should be like super winning, and I'm annoyed by it. Sorry, Katie.
We're gonna have to get you on a regimen of steroids.
You think?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We'll get you all jacked and then that
I don't want to
way-
be, I'm sweating just thinking about it. Oh yeah. So we both got, you can only get 600 points on a day in the competition and we both did. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. So she had movement of 654. So she's 163% on movement, 280% on exercise. She only had 84 on her exercise. And then 200% on stand. That's got to be what it is that the percentages?
Yeah.
She's only walked 11,900 miles in a distance of 5 miles. I can't figure it out. I should be smoking her. It makes no sense to me. I'm pissed about it. Love you, Katie. I'm mad. Yeah, I don't know. Someone needs to explain the Apple Watch to me. I've done the little tips and tutorial bullshit. I can't figure it out. I'm not smart enough for the damn... I even put it on my ankle when I'm walking to track my steps and not my arm movement. She's got to have that thing attached to a freaking dog or a horse. Something's going on here. I'm getting scammed. I know it.
I don't check the step. Mine are only on my phone because I don't have an Apple Watch, but most of the time
Oh my
I'll
God,
leave my
get
phone
one.
on
I'll
my
compete
desk.
with you too.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to beat I've told like 6 people to get an Apple Watch. I want to know this competition. If that's what motivates me, that's what I need. I need people I can beat.
We'll put a sign up on Facebook or Instagram, you know.
I'm going to tell
this.
people, everyone that goes and buys an Apple Watch and does a competition with me, I'm going to give a free lockup shirt. Apple Watches are $700.
Yeah.
How many people do you think I can get to go do it?
I don't
You
know.
guys heard it here first. Bring this up and we'll talk.
Speaking of shirts, I need to get some more in stock here. I'm going to be working on sweatshirts. It's getting to be that time, cooling off
I'm not
outside.
ready for that time, but can we do fall colors? Can we
Yeah,
do
black, gray.
I was thinking burnt orange, maroon, mustard yellow, olive green.
A burnt orange would be.
That's the only color.
I'd have to see what they got.
I would buy one of each. I'd buy one of everything.
I've got to see what they've got available.
Oh. I'll look and see what they have available, and I'll fill the cart up.
Yeah, go ahead. You got
It's my
the
favorite part
password
of the
to
job.
it. Going through to buy stuff
Yeah.
and just saying, John, the cart's full.
Cart's
You need
full."
to pay for this now.
Unless you want to give me your credit card information, I'll take care of the rest. What's my budget? So it's not $1,200. Well, I made an accident. Whew. It's hot up here.
It is.
It's because I'm talking so much.
We do have the new red, white, and blue flag shirt.
I
Lockout
love
Gym
that.
flag shirt downstairs.
I need more sizes.
I know I'm doing them this weekend, but I wanted to get at least one of them here.
Yeah.
Somebody was looking for a large in that anyway, I
Mm-hmm.
think, and that's why I went ahead and printed that one off. So,
We need to do like glittery pink.
glittery pink.
Yeah. Can you find like a glittery? I don't know what it is. Is it ink? Is that what it is that does the logo?
I think that would be more in a silk screen. Yeah. There's a puff additive.
What about metallic?
Probably do
Like
metallic.
a metallic pink?
Yeah.
Or metallic blue?
We'll have to look at some new designs and.
The wheels are turning. Did you ever make that? Was it a donut shirt? What was the funny one we were talking about?
Oh, thick as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still working on that one. I'll
We're
probably
fine.
print a couple of those. Might do those on a sweatshirt.
Yeah, that would be good on a sweatshirt. I
Yeah.
would like that on a sweatshirt. I want fall colors.
Well, get on there and see what we got.
I talk about all this, and then all I wear is Dallas Cowboys shit all winter long. That's all I'm gonna wear.
You came into here July of last year and ordered all these neon
Okay.
shirts, and I printed them up, and we got them up. And I think, well, you sold one. We had to replace 2 or 3 times because the guy kept rolling around in oil in it and saying, "Oh, my
Facts.
washer did it." But other than that, I don't think you
He
sold
was
another one.
baffled when I told him you had to turn those in, like when you're supposed to turn things inside. He was baffled you're supposed to turn laundry inside out when you wash it and dry it. Blown away. I was like, sir, what have you been doing your whole life? And I sold at least like 5 of those because I know I bought one in every color. It's the material of them, which shocks me being at a gym, but it's like almost like the dry fit material.
Yeah.
People do not like that, and I don't know why.
I don't know.
I don't get it. I like it.
Apparently, that's it.
And you need to get on those tank tops. The men keep complaining about wanting those. I can't find them anywhere on that
Neither
site
can
either.
I.
I've looked everywhere for like the razorback, like with the thin, muscly.
The one that doesn't have a
I'm gonna start telling
seam.
them. I'm gonna start telling them, hey, get your body in right to be wearing a shirt like that. Then I'll make you one.
Yeah.
Let's. You gotta have traps before I get you one of those shirts. If I insult people into fitness.
There's got to be other manufacturers out there that make like the string.
Yeah, the
stringer,
stringy. I don't even know
the
what they're. Yeah.
stringer tanks for men and stuff like that, which is something we've never really carried in the past.
But like on Amazon, like one of them is like $24. I'm like, are you gonna pay $40 for a tank top? No,
Yeah.
like it's crazy. I don't get it. I don't understand. The less fabric you use, the more expensive it costs.
Right.
Buy women's clothing. The smaller the shirt, the more expensive it costs. Swimsuits, we have to buy 2 pieces. Separately. It's ridiculous. Separate.
Well, I got more gym bags, the new canvas bags to print, get
Those
them
are
in
nice.
here. We need to get them online. And then I've got a smaller military grade canvas bag for, to me, it's more of a range bag you'd throw your firearm in and ammo, but it would work.
See, I would
also
use it for tennis shoes and like a change of clothes after work.
Yeah, and that
That
would be
perfect.
That would be
And some
perfect for that too.
headphones, yeah.
Yep. Just a little bag to carry into the gym, and we've got
I hate
those
carrying
available.
extra bags, so that would be more ideal.
I don't really like carrying a big duffel bag
Yeah.
just to go in the gym. I only
No.
need like 2 things maybe in there.
Well, the whole point is like most of the stuff you need is at the gym.
Yeah, but I'll
You
bring
know.
like a water bottle
Yeah.
and a towel and
But
stuff like that.
my water bottles are huge, though. I drink a lot
Yeah.
of water.
That would fit in there.
Yeah, I would. That's it.
But you go through like 3 gallons of water a day.
I love water.
Well, until you drink too much.
Yeah, that I did about get sick. I've never thrown up water. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I got pretty close to it that day. I was up there working out. Katie's like, let's just quit. I was like, no, I'm powering through. If I puke all over this floor, it's fine. Tammy will clean it up. I'll leave it sit all night.
Well, we are at an hour. I think we can go ahead and drive this thing on home. I need to get home and get some food. You need to go get some protein. Some
I'm gonna
steak.
go cook pork chops.
That's what I'm cooking. Well, actually,
Why don't you just cook me some?
I had Jace cook them.
Jace, did you cook an extra? I'm gonna go home and eat a slab of meat for dinner like a fucking weirdo. I think it's so weird. I can't.
You know, have you ever seen The Liver King?
No.
The guy that was saying that you eat the raw liver out of, the animals, and that's how you get jacked and
No,
stuff.
that's disgusting.
They ended up busting him out that he was on steroids and stuff, so he's kind of
So it wasn't the liver.
It wasn't the liver, but you could be the new liver queen.
No.
That's a great gimmick.
I am not going to be the liver queen. It makes me feel like Tiger King.
I will buy some chicken
Oh.
livers.
One more football news. Did you see that? The Tiger King wrote a letter to, is it Joe Burrow?
Uh-huh.
Wrote a letter to him because I guess he called himself the Tiger King or something, and the Tiger King that's in prison was like, I was the Tiger King first, and I'm the OG, and I've been rotting away in prison, and you should do me a solid and donate $20,000 for the real Tiger King to get a good lawyer to get out of prison.
We need to get the Tiger King
I
on
can't believe I
here.
forgot about that.
Can you imagine getting him on the phone?
No. I'd rather talk to Carol Baskins. Carol and the liver queen Whitney.
Yeah, the liver queen.
Stop, I'm not the liver queen. Don't anyone ever call me that. I swear to God.
I'm going to really have to work on my Photoshop.
Me with a slab of liver. Give you the perfect photo opportunity right there, too.
We got it from multiple angles, so.
Shit, this is recorded. It's time for me to go. I gotta go.
Okay, yeah, we'll get out of here. Again, maybe next Thursday we'll get another podcast out, but
We need a guest.
we'll see what Val's doing next Thursday, maybe. Or maybe I can get somebody on the phone. She's busy. We'll work on that this week. We'll get a guest on here, so it's just not me.
I'm gonna get a guest.
You want to get a guest?
If anyone wants to be on the podcast, hit me up. You want to be on the podcast? Do you?
Well, yeah, they've been trying to
They've been
chime
trying
in.
to. I know. I feel bad. They try to like add in, but then you'll just hear them talking in the background. So they keep requesting to go live with me. Sorry. But yeah.
Okay, so for the lockup gym, we will see you next week.
Bye. Toodaloo. That's what I say. Toodaloo.
I'm already
Oh,
out,
damn it.
except for on live and on camera.
Toodaloo.
Oh.
Too funny. And now. Oh my God. We had 300.